Wait, before we start today's challenge, I want to tell you something important. If you missed the first 3 days, don't worry. Seriously, don't worry. Maybe you were busy, maybe you forgot, or maybe you simply found this challenge today. Whatever the reason, you're here now, and that's what matters.
Exactly. Today is day 4, but we're not going to make you feel like you've missed something. In today's episode, we're going to quickly revise the most important things from the first 3 days, and then we're going to take your speaking to the next level with powerful B1, B2 English words and everyday sentence patterns.
So if you missed day 1, day 2, or day 3, stay with us. By the end of today's episode, you'll have reviewed the key ideas and practiced new English that you can actually use in conversations.
And if you've already completed the first 3 days, even better. Today's revision will strengthen what you've learned, while the new sentences will push you toward more natural and confident English.
One more thing. Today, don't just listen, speak with us, because this is a speaking challenge, not a watching challenge.
Let's go back to day 1 for a moment. The main goal was simple. Start speaking without waiting for perfect English. Repeat, I don't need perfect English to communicate. Challenge.
Again, I can make mistakes and still continue speaking. And one more. Every day, I am becoming more confident in English.
These aren't just motivational sentences. They're speaking patterns you can actually use when talking about yourself.
On day 2, we focused heavily on shadowing practice. Remember the rule? Listen, repeat, and speak aloud.
Don't simply listen to today's sentences. When Rahul or I finish a sentence, repeat it. Try to copy the rhythm and pronunciation rather than speaking each word separately.
Let's practice. I am trying to improve my English every day.
I am trying to improve my English every day.
Great!
And day 3 focused on something extremely important. Stop translating everything in your head. Instead of thinking in your native language and then converting the sentence into English, start connecting situations directly with English.
For example, if you're hungry, don't first think in your native language and translate. Think, I'm hungry. I need something to eat. If you're tired, I'm really tired today. If you're going somewhere, I'm going to the market.
Simple thoughts, simple English, but repeated every day. That's how natural speaking starts developing.
Okay, enough revision. Now let's level up. Today, we're going to work with words and structures that appear constantly in real English. Could, should, would, was, were, do, does, have, has, did, can, might, must, and many more.
But we're not going to memorize grammar definitions. We're going to use them in real sentences. Because when you learn a word inside a sentence, you learn how people actually use it.
Let's start with one of the most useful words in English, could. You can use could when making polite requests, talking about possibilities, or talking about abilities in the past. For example, could you help me with this?
That's much more polite than simply saying, help me. Here's another. Could you speak a little more slowly? That's a sentence you can use immediately when practicing English with someone.
And here's another. I could swim when I was younger. Now we're talking about an ability in the past.
And for possibility, we could go out for dinner tonight. That means it's one possible plan.
Aisha, could you help me with something?
Of course. What do you need? Of course. What do you need?
Could you explain this sentence to me?
Sure. We could look at it together.
Perfect. Did you notice how naturally could appeared several times?
Now let's move to should. We use should when we're giving advice or talking about what we think is a good idea. For example, You should practice English every day.
Or, you should get some rest if you're feeling tired.
Or, you should listen to English conversations regularly. Or, you should listen to English conversations regularly.
And we can also use should when asking for advice. Should I call him now? And we can also use should when asking for advice. Should I call him now?
Or, should I practice pronunciation before vocabulary?
So, whenever you're giving or asking for advice, should is extremely useful. And use were with you, we, they. For example, you were late. We were very busy. They were at the restaurant. Again, I think you should focus on speaking naturally rather than worrying about every small mistake.
Excellent! Now, you should try to use new vocabulary in real conversations instead of simply memorizing definitions.
And one more. If you want to become more fluent, you should create opportunities to speak English every day.
Use was with I, he, she, it. For example, I was tired yesterday. She was busy this morning. He was at work.
And use were with you, we, they. For example, you were late. We were very busy. They were at the restaurant. They were waiting for the bus.
You were doing a great job.
Okay, your turn. I'd tired yesterday. Was or were?
The answer is was.
We, watching a movie.
Were.
She, working all day.
Was.
They really excited.
Were. Now let's move to two words you'll hear constantly in everyday English, do and does.
For example, do you speak English?
Do you like coffee? And with he, she, and it, we usually use does. For example, does he work here? Does she speak English? Does it work properly?
Here's an important point. After does, use the base form. Correct, does she speak English? Not, does she speaks English?
Exactly. That's a very common mistake.
Aisha, do you practice English every day?
Yes, I do.
Does your friend practice with you?
Sometimes she does. Do you watch English podcasts? Yes, I do. They help me learn natural expressions.
Perfect! This is how grammar becomes speaking practice.
Now we're moving into another powerful word, would. You'll hear would constantly in natural conversations. For example, would you like some coffee?
That's a polite offer. You can also say, would you like to join us? Or, what would you do if you had more free time? What would you do if you had more free time?
That's a great B1, B2 question because you're talking about an imaginary situation. Now let's look at can. Can is often used for ability or possibility. I can speak English. Can you help me? We can practice together.